Pants and Open series. Starting off with our first match. Let's get it going. So right here it's looking like a ban on Guileless. A lot of people like Guileless. And Baroom is deciding on the Kinu. So Kinu and Pig are insane right now. Supports create the tempo of the game. So we got a Volcrane pick on Baroom's side. And we got the Mushi and Yukama. So Yukama is really strong. He also gets turbo choreography, allowing for extra tempo in the game, creating win conditions. And also he's got really nice water moves. Right now, the main premise of the game is having a lot of crystal and fire types. With Volcrane, with Ana here, we have quite a bit of effectiveness with Yukama in the current state of the patch. With his support, it makes it really nice. So, second ban coming in. The Valorant is getting banned on Dyllyn's side. That makes it pretty rough. He took out a support, which is one of his main supports. I don't see him getting much out of this besides with Yukama for getting in a tempo advantage for win condition. We got a Mudred pick. I like Mudred a lot. We got the Baboon. The Baboon on both sides. Let's go. Okay, this is gonna be fun. So, if anybody knows, Baboon is not the strongest of picks, but they love him and he looks cute as shit. So, we got Dyllyn coming out with the Mashuk and Yukama, and then the Volcrane. I guess he calls him Hetep. But Valorant. So let's see how turn 1 plays out. What are we going to do? So they have Yukama for a 4x effectiveness on Volcrane, which makes it really rough keeping him in. So a switch would probably be best here. So let's see how he plays out this turn. Ooh, So his Valorant does not have Feather Gatling. Feather Gatling is a 0 hold ability that deals quite a bit of damage with, I'd say, an average amount spent on stamina. So it brings in Platimus. Knowing Yukama was going to take the hit onto Volcrane, Platimus is a great counter pivot. He only takes 1/4 damage, which is, in theory, nothing. Very nice read by him. So now that he has the holds down, he has enough for Hyperkinetic Strike and Tornado. He's deciding on the Tornado on Yukama. Let's see what Dyllyn has involved in this side. Retreat and Mashuk. I agree with that. And bring in the Baboon! The Baboon! Let's go! Aquatic Whirlwind. Attacking onto the Baboon. Taking a lot of damage. Bringing him down to 28%. He's going to be able to take only one more hit by pretty much anything. And we got Yukama dealing a lot of damage to Platimus. So right now, they're both in death states. With Tornado, it deals less damage than Hyperkinetic Strike. So Yukama with 51% health, he knows that Telekinetic Strike is going to most likely kill Yukama unless he does a pivot. I believe Platimus has more speed than Baboon. So this is going to make it to where if Dyllyn does not pivot, Baroom is going to be able to wipe both sides of his board. Alright, so he gets a super effectiveness from Platimus onto Yukama. Yukama is being switched out. This is probably the best way. He definitely should have pivoted here, which is good. Tornado's gonna take out the Baboon. Oof. So he didn't decide to pivot the Baboon. knocking him out when he was in a very big death state there. I don't think he was living from any move. And knowing they were going to try to kill his Yukama, he did a switch out for only half damage. So with the Baboon, he brings in Mudred. This gives him pretty good effectiveness on the board. He's just losing the Speed War. The Speed War with Platymus and Volcrane, they have... Or sorry, not Volcrane. Valorant and Platymus have really big speed base stat, making them be able to get all first strikes. This is keeping them in tempo of the game, and Dyllyn doesn't have any supports. He doesn't have Turbo Kinetic, or Turbo Choreography, I'm sorry, to allow him to get tempo in the game to get first strikes to cause kill pressure. This is making things really awkward. We got the Tatsuru over here. Crystal Dust, running on Platymus, bringing him down to lethal damage. And he has 0 stamina, killing the Mudred, but I think he might overexhaust to kill himself? Oh, and he does. So it's going to be a trade with Platymus. The trade isn't so bad because now he has a 4-3 advantage, and Tatsuro has full health. So let's see what he decides to bring out here. He knows he has the Mushroom out. He could go with either... Valorant isn't really a good pick because of his stamina. His stamina is really low at the moment. Crystal Dust Mudred, yikes. Yeah, I see you, I see you. Alright, Mastian coming in. And he does bring in the Valorant. He doesn't have enough stamina to use any abilities. Oh, he does have just enough for Blizzard, and that is what he's going to go for. And Tatsuru has Turbo Choreography. I have no experience with Tatsuru. I didn't actually know that Tatsuru could get Turbo Choreography, so that is the support he's actually going to be running in this game. Shik decides to go with Paralyzing Poison, making him poisoned and not be able to retreat for the combat for 2 turns. Ooh, that 15% heavy blow, and the Blizzard on Mashuk. Getting the 2 times damage, putting him into lethal range from any 2x damage. So, here's a weird mind game move. Dyllyn can switch out with Mashuk, right? But he knows that Valorant will take a lot of damage, and Mastian will hit first. So if he's going to use an attack to kill Mashuk, he's going to take a lot of overexertion damage, making it to where Mastian has lethal effect onto his Valorant. So I wonder how he's going to play this one out. I think the overall mind game would be Mashuk should deal damage to Tatsuru, because he should assume he's going to retreat with no stamina. And he does. He actually brings it into the Volcrane section thinking he's going to switch for 2 times damage. That's really, really smart. Tatsuru takes a lot of damage from that Fire Strike. Meteor Swarm is really strong, and he's got Fire Chip on him, allowing for an extra 10% damage. The poison is just barely not enough. This is a pretty tricky situation for Baroom. He had full effectiveness of tempo in the game with 1 more Temtem than his opponent. But I think with the switches and decisions in that last turn, it put him in a really big death state here. He wasn't able to use Turbo Choreography in order to gain a speed advantage. So he's losing the Speed War, and it's giving Dyllyn all the momentum to be able to power up, gain everything he needs in order to have a win condition for the next 3 turns. So Tatsuru deals a little bit of damage to Mashuk, and Volcrane deals the killing blow onto Mastian. I actually didn't... For some reason, I just didn't think he had the 2 times effectiveness to kill him. So Yukama's coming out. He has full stamina. Tatsuru does not have the speed buff, so he can't use Turbo Choreography because he's not going to get it off. Mashuk has 0 stamina. I believe Mashuk did overexert, or he had the exact amount of stamina for usage. So we'll see on this next turn if he was overexerted. I didn't see him take overexertion damage, but we'll see. I think he should be switching out Tatsuru here. Tatsuru doesn't have enough speed in order to get anything off. I think he's like debating it. I think he's starting to realize. Is he lagging out? Or is he just canceling? Alright, so he did get an attack on Volcrane, knocking out Volcrane, because Yukama had more speed than his Volcrane. So now we're at a 3-2 advantage on Dylan's side. Sorry, 2-2. I did not see what happened on the turn of the disconnect. I don't think the Temtem Discord is down. I think he just happened to disconnect. He's getting the tornado off on Mashuk. Mashuk has a lower speed count. Volcrane has high speed count. I believe Yukama should get first strike off, but I don't think it'll be enough because Yukama's the last one. Whoa, Baboon has more speed than Yukama? No way, that has to be TV values. I'm gonna have to look into that. Alright, so Dylan takes the first loss, and Baroom taking the first game.